Tesla sales just exploded in Australia and in Norway. What's going on? We have been hearing a lot about Tesla sales going down lately, but now we've seen the sales turned in some important areas of the world, in Europe, in part of Europe, and in Australia, where in April we did see a lot worse sale numbers from Tesla. So, is this something temporary, or is this the turning point for Tesla? We know that Elon Musk has been doing some business in the government, and now he's back at the wheels, so to speak. So maybe this is a turn based on that, or it's just temporary. We need to take a dive in here and analyze the situation, just to know if, as someone who um, want to analyze the stock market, if this is an opportunity to grab some Tesla shares, or if this is just some noise. Is the fundamentals driven by something else? So I want to know what is behind the increase in sales in the countries named here, and if that can spread to other areas of Europe, and if it can be a permanent upward turn in Australia, because it's very important markets for Tesla. And also, if the sales are up here, maybe that can influence Tesla long term in China and also in the USA and Canada. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so here we have the latest news from CNBC as of June 4th. And as you obviously can read here, the Tesla Australia sales soar in May, and the vehicle sales jumped to 3.897 thousand cars. So that's a huge increase, and it's driven by the revamped Model Y. So there we have one explanation on what's going on. So total sales in Australia were up just 9.3% year over year, but since April it surged 675%. So we can really see here that the worst case scenario in April was just temporary. So sales year over year is up here for Tesla. So the market in Australia is not lost for them yet. And based on Australian culture, I would say they are not too affected by the things going on for Elon Musk lately. So I wouldn't say that if they have a good product, I still think Australian people will buy the car. That's just my take on the culture over there. So why is the news very interesting? I guess that's because Tesla has been facing declining sales everywhere lately, and in April it was the worst. But I would say that the numbers of April was even worse than we might the real case might be for the company, because it's about timing of releases, about sales, about what models are going out, etc. So now when they have the revamped Model Y, I guess that is a more appetizing product for the market. So that has driven some sales, obviously, in Australia. So the sales of Model Y soared 122.5% year over year, while the company's Model 3 dropped significantly. So this is very, very interesting. Reading more in the article here, in the first quarter, the sales were down 13%. But what we should know that makes it easier next year in the first quarter of 2026 for Tesla to compare to that type of numbers. So if they can stop the sales going down and just get a bit better, they have a great opportunity to start growing again. So they have a lot. They are saying here in the article that it's the competition that has driven the decrease in sales. Obviously, we know that Tesla has not released a lot of new models. So this revamped Model Y is a great product for them that can make them more viable in the market again. And also some reputational damage related to the Elon Musk political activities, some argue. And I'm living in Europe, and I can tell that I know for a fact that some of the things going on over there in Elon Musk private life has affected Tesla, but I don't think maybe the latest things in government is the biggest thing going on. I think all the tweeting and retweeting of things that's bad about Europe and flirting with right wing parties in Germany has maybe damaged um, the the company's brand more than the latest efficiency partnership in the US government. So that's probably what has driven the sales decrease in Europe more. So hopefully, Elon Musk can stop retweeting everything. I know for a fact that in Sweden it was a school shooting going on. 12 people died or something like that, 10 people. And Elon Musk retweeted something from an account that said, "Oh, why is no newspaper writing about this?" And at the time, every single newspaper in Sweden was writing about it. So it was a blatant lie. So that type of things, just retweeting without knowing, just to kind of pushing an agenda, that's what making a lot of Europeans frustrated. And obviously, we know that a lot of um, the customers on Tesla is liberals, people who want to cut gas gas exposure for the environment, etc. So obviously, that kind of thing and marketing can influence the sales. So I would say be careful about that, maybe. We also have here that I said in the ingress here that it was two countries. So we both have Australia, but also Norway. The Model Y post 213% increase in vehicle sales in May from a year ago. And it was also a record-breaking 1.545 thousand sales in Turkey last month. So in some countries we see the sales going up, and I also think if they can get the sales going, like in India, they don't really care about the things going on in X, in USA, in Musk's private life. They just want a great car to a good price, innovation, etc. So think about that. So it's a lot of competition. They're writing about BYD, etc. So anyway, let's continue by diving into this revamped version of Model Y, because through my understanding, that might be what's really driving this explosion in terms of um, more sales. So we see here through the new Google AI, when you use Google now, they have a really fast AI answer here. So they are telling us that it's referred to the Juniper refresh version. So it's similar to the Model 3 refresh. And improvements in efficiency and comfort, a new light bar across the front, redesigned headlights, new alloy wheel design, updated taillights, and a new diffuser. So I would say that's quite a lot. And obviously, if you refresh your Tesla, people will know that you have actually refreshed it, and that's what people want to show. They want to show that they have the money, they want the latest things. It's like a new iPhone, just some little tweaks. And I guess Elon Musk is a marketing genius, and Tesla also. So they knew it's very expensive to build a completely new car when they have obviously a great product from the start. So doing it like this might be a great solution, especially when the Cybertruck isn't really selling enormously yet. We see here in exterior and styling, the revamped 2025 Model Y Sports is a redesigned front end. Um, the rear and features updated taillights and a new diffuser. So the aesthetics is more modern, which changes like slightly longer body to improve efficiency. So they can use the power more efficient and decrease the power consumption, or increase the the horsepowers, etc., and not consuming more energy to get that power output. So Also, the interior has been upgraded with richer materials and more redefined feel. So that's also, if I were like someone who bought Teslas and it was my favorite thing to do, obviously I would have the refresh and I would sell my older Model Y. So this is great thinking from the management here. It's enough improvements at a great price level to actually start to sell more cars. So if you are a shareholder in Tesla, this revamp is some good news. Tesla hasn't only have good news, but I guess this is very good news for Tesla shareholders. It also has some performance and technology updates. So it's expected to still have the same motors and battery as the previous models, but uh, the new Model Y boost improved Wi-Fi hotspots performance and enhanced phone key functionality, and also the redesigned um, car as a whole will make it more efficient. And the phone key now also uses ultra wideband, allowing for more reliable keyless entry. So the the small things that makes it seamless is not to underestimate. That's what made Apple computers and iPhones so successful, and I'm 100% sure that Musk and the leadership in Tesla knows about it, and improving these kind of things can make the product that make the difference for the product. So we have some other notable changes like an indicator that stalk has returned to the steering wheel, replacing buttons used in the previous models. The seats has been redesigned for improved comfort. That's a big thing. Some more support makes the feeling more luxurious, and also a huge panoramic glass roof remains. Also, that wasn't really. That's just standard now, so that's a good thing, I guess. Uh, so pricing, it starts at $61,630. I guess the pricing is going to be very different depending on what country, how much taxes you have, if you have tariffs, etc. Yeah, so you have to just look at your local sales, Tesla sales manager, or whoever you contact to see the prices in your country. But this is the more I think about the numbers here and actually improvement in markets like Norway and Australia, I would say that probably the customers of Tesla that has quit buying probably will think about buying Tesla again when they have a new model going out that is good, that is competitive, that is comfortable, that is something like the revamped Model Y here. So this will be great for them, especially when the Cyberpunk isn't selling like hot butter at the moment. So hopefully for Tesla shareholders, this is the news they needed to be comfortable in their stock long term. And I'm grateful for you guys tuning today, and hopefully this was information that provided some insight to you for one of the biggest companies in the world and the highest valued car company in the world. It's always interesting to analyze what's going on with the biggest companies. Through that, you can gain insights that can help you overall in your investment thesis. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much.